I fell in love with this easier version of Rasmalai when my sister-in-law Zahida Osman taught me how to make it for the first time. I knew this would be a great treat I would make to impress my family and friends. What I didn't expect was that I became the designated Rasmalai maker for every festive potluck I was invited to. The ingredients for this recipe are 1 cup of milk powder, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, some sugar for taste, some saffron for garnishing, almonds for garnishing, and nutmeg for flavor. Bring 1 liter of full cream milk to boil. While this milk is boiling, start preparing the other dry ingredients. By dry ingredients, I mean milk powder and baking powder. Mix it well. To this, you may add a pinch of salt. This will enhance the flavor of rasmalai. So after mixing these two powders, crack an egg in a cup and whisk lightly with a fork, like so. Thereafter, pour this beaten egg into the dry ingredients. That is the milk powder, baking powder, and the salt that was in this plate. Then try to make this into a rough dough. You may not have to knead this dough. All you got to do is bring it together in a pile like so. Keep an eye on the milk that you have kept on the stove for boiling. When you see that the milk has started to boil, try stirring it down so that the milk starts thickening. At this point, add sugar like 1 tablespoon. Form balls out of the milk dough that you prepared earlier. This dough will give you at least 8 to 10 balls depending on the size you prefer. Let it set for few minutes. Thereafter, you can add these balls into the boiling milk. Reduce the heat of your oven and start adding the milk ball. Initially, the milk ball will sink at the bottom. Then slowly it will start floating on the top. To test this heat of the milk, you may put only 3 milk balls and see once it starts floating, you may start playing around with the liquid milk. Just rotate your wooden spoon and let the milk ball float into this liquid. Once you feel very confident about the heat of this milk, I mean the liquid milk, you may then go ahead and start adding some more milk balls. You can add all the 10 milk balls into the same pan and let it float. Continuously keep stirring the liquid milk so that the milk ball will cook from all the sides. You will gradually see the increase in the size of these milk balls. Once you are confident that the milk balls are increasing in size, you may increase the heat as well, but do not increase it to the full. Let it be medium. Keep stirring the liquid part of this milk Let the balls rotate in the pot. This will distribute the heat evenly to all the milk balls. But you do not have to keep stirring it all the time. You can let it rest and you will see the change. It's literally double in size. All the milk balls have turned double in size. Now let it simmer again in a very slow heat till you are very confident that these are light. To check if these are well cooked, you can lift one of the bowl with a tablespoon and you will feel the bowl is light and not dense. At this stage, I have added quarter teaspoon of nutmeg powder to enhance the flavor of rasmalai. This oven is now switched off. However, I have not removed it from the heat. I let this milk cool down on the oven and it's slow cooking on the heat. Finally, add cardamom powder and a few threads of saffron. Since the milk is warm, the saffron and cardamom flavor will infuse in this milk. Our easy powdered milk rasmalai recipe is ready. After that, transfer to a serving dish and refrigerate for 4 to 5 hours or until it's chilled to your liking. Friends, I have another incredibly quick and easy rasmalai recipe which is made with store-bought rasgula and liquid milk. With few additional flavorings, create a wonderfully perfumed, fragrant treat. Everyone will love it. The ingredient for my second recipe is half a glass of milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, but I used only half the can, some almonds. I took the spoon of sugar, but I never use it because I was making this recipe with store-bought rasgula which was already soaking in sugar syrup. Boil half a glass of milk in a saucepan. I took a smaller saucepan because I had only 2 rasgula to make this rasmalai recipe. So once the milk started boiling, I added the rasgula to the milk. I did not add any sugar to this milk because the rasgula already were soaked in sugar. So after putting the second rasgula into this milk, I reduce the heat and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. The intention was for the rasgula to soak in all the milk. When you see the milk starting to reduce, you may go ahead and add the evaporated milk. I only used half the can. Again the same method. Once the milk starts boiling, add the cardamom, saffron and nutmeg to this milk. My second recipe of rasmalai is ready to be served. This takes even shorter time to prepare. You may have to chill it before serving. I've cut the rasmalai into two to show how it looks like from inside. It looks spongy because this rasmalai is made out of rasgula, which is the authentic recipe for rasmalai. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends.